Good afternoon. Welcome to Jim Munley's World of Weather. Clicked on to long-range weather forecast discussion for September 18th to October 2nd. We're going to have a blocking pattern that's going to be developing across North America. And as we go to the 18th to 22nd, we have a ridge is forecast over central Canada. You can see it here, with an upper low stall to the south over the northern plains. And we have and then we have a trough lingering in the west, parts of the west, that'll persist into Intermountain West to the southeast. Now, this pattern will cause wetter than normal conditions later this week across the plains to South Florida. And South Florida is going to get hammered again with rain. So we'll look at the specifics here. And we'll go to the 18th to 22nd. You can see we have still rain across South Florida, rain here in parts of the plains. And then we'll have cooler air that'll be moving into the east over the weekend. Okay, we're going to look at the period now for September 22nd to the 27th. And what we have here, the models are in better agreement as we look at the ensembles again, depicting more of a zonal flow, low amplitude flow. And most of the models are showing, like if we look here at different models here, 23rd to 27th, we have a trough here in the west, ridging here across the remainder of the country. And then we look at the GFS, has more of a troughing here across the east. So for this forecast period, I am calling for above normal temperatures for much of this area here, with anomalies of about maybe 4 to 8 degrees above normal here in the red. And for precipitation, calling for above normal precipitation here, probability of occurrence 35%. Below normal precipitation for this area here, probability of occurrence 35 to 40%. We're going to look at the period for September 28th through October 2nd. And the ensembles are, for the most part, are showing more a zonal flow, low amplitude flow. But if you look at the GFS, trough in the west, ridging in the east. And we look at the European, has a trough more into the east. Now, this doesn't really coincide because of what's going on in Asia, because in Asia, the trough or upper low moves out by that time. So I'm going to go with something with a low amplitude flow because the trough's moving out. So I'm going to call for above normal temperatures for much of this area here, calling for anomalies to be about 4 to 8 degrees above normal here, and for precipitation, calling for above normal precipitation here, probability of occurrence 35%. Below normal precipitation, much of this area here, probability of occurrence 35%. And because the models are all over the place with the precipitation forecast, with some showing the opposite of what I have here. So I'm going to keep it like this for now. Okay, now we're going to talk about the tropics. Okay, we have an area of disturbed weather here we're watching here. It's become better organized in the last few hours. And we're going to look here at this in-house thing they use. And here's the area here. And if we click it on here, as for midway between Africa and the Windward Islands to the coast of West Africa. And this has become better organized and has a 90% chance of developing in the next 7 days into a tropical system, and it has a 50% chance in the next 48 hours of forming as it moves into a more favorable area. Because if you look at satellite imagery, we'll go to the upper level. There's drier air to the north, and it's moving into an area of higher moisture content and less shear. So we'll keep an eye on that in the next coming days. So that's it for now. That is the long-range weather forecast discussion for September 18th to October 2nd. Thanks for coming, Jim Munley's World of Weather, and have a good day.